Today, I want to share something more vulnerable. Something that surfaced during one of my ceremonies that changed the way I understood healing, surrender, and the hidden weight we carry from our past. During one journey, memories began rising to the surface. Moments I had pushed so far down that I barely allowed myself to think about them anymore. Old experiences where my boundaries had been crossed. Moments that affected me more deeply than I had realized. It felt as if each memory carried its own emotional weight. In my vision, they began gathering together, almost like they were being placed into a bag. Every hurt, every confusion, every unspoken feeling I had carried silently for years. And I remember sitting there wondering, what do I do with all of this now? Part of me thought maybe I needed to purge it all out. Maybe healing had to look dramatic or painful. But instead, something unexpected happened. I was told to simply throw the bag into the air and see what happened. And strangely, in that moment, I laughed. Because something inside me realized that healing is not always about force. Sometimes it's about releasing control, about allowing things to rise, move, and leave in their own way. That moment stayed with me because it reminded me that even in heavy experiences, lightness can still exist. Peace can still find its way in. Over time, I've learned to enter ceremonies differently now. I go in with prayer. I ask God for protection, guidance, and peace. Not because I have all the answers, but because I've learned that surrender feels safer than resistance. There's also been a presence that appeared throughout many of my journeys. A spirit I felt walking beside me. Sometimes it felt like being gently guided, like holding a hand while walking across a rainbow between worlds, between fear and trust, pain and peace. And then there was one journey where I could no longer see that presence. I only felt the words, "You're on your own this time." At first, that sounded frightening, but later I understood it differently. Maybe it was life asking me to trust myself, to stand in my own strength, to remember that healing also means learning how to walk forward without always needing to be carried. I'm still learning how to surrender. I'm still learning how to set intentions with clarity and respect. And I'm still learning that healing is not a straight line. Some journeys feel beautiful. Some feel confusing. Some bring peace. Some bring up the parts of ourselves we thought we had already buried. But every journey has taught me something deeper about connection to myself, to spirit, and to life itself. If you're carrying things from your past that still quietly live inside you, that healing doesn't always happen all at once. Sometimes it comes gently, sometimes through laughter, sometimes through simply allowing yourself to finally feel what you once tried to forget. Thank you for listening to this part of my journey. Until next time, stay gentle with yourself.